Hey everybody! Welcome to the Girl Talk Podcast. This is going to be episode 1 of probably a lot. So either way, I'm Dave.
I'm Joey.
I'm Brian. And I'm Cody.
And so here we are. This is going to be a regular podcast series that we're going to be doing for a while. You can expect other people to show up on the podcast, be it like guest stars or just 3 other members that you have not met yet because you haven't unlocked them yet.
Ooh.
Oh, that was cheesy as fuck.
Secret characters.
But,
what do you have to do? What do you have to do to unlock the other characters?
To unlock,
Well, let's see. Let's. You want to drop their names? Or you want to keep them?
we can keep them secret for now.
Okay, let's keep them secret.
Unless
One
we
of them you should have to like bench press a certain amount.
do the bench press a certain amount.
Ah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
So-
What's the amount?
To unlock Devin, I think you'd have to. You have to.
Just-
You just have to get the
Whatever.
bar.
Oh shit! You have to unlock
he'll
Devin.
be the first one. He's like tough. Really easy.
Oh
my
Oh,
Really
yeah.
easy.
All you gotta do is run through the story mode, and the story mode is your entire lifespan. And that's how you unlock.
You shouldn't run though because that's dangerous to you.
Yeah, running is dangerous, especially with scissors.
True.
All right. So
And then AJ, what do you have to do to unlock AJ?
to unlock AJ, you have
Some
to
sports stuff.
You have to say go. You have to win 50 football games in a row on a bet, and you have to say go Durs at least 20 times per game.
You have to say go Durs.
At
that
a
many
minimum.
times?
At a minimum.
A minimum.
Minimum.
A minimum.
Minimum.
Or you could get with 50 thoughts.
50 thoughts.
Ooh,
Nah,
I like that one better.
How many thoughts is that?
that's a lot. That's 50.
That's a lot of fun.
That's exactly 50.
How many thoughts is that?
Let me
50.
let me run the numbers on that one. 50.
Oh, let me see.
Don't do that.
That's 50 of them.
Oh my God. That was really loud. I'm surprised to hear
I know.
All right.
Alright, so what we're gonna since this is mostly just a whatever podcast and
Well, let's keep with that topic. If we were the secret characters, since we are the defaults now, but if we were the secret characters, how would you unlock each of us?
I was just making a point to say that for the humble listener here, who if you're still here, thanks.
I know, but now I want to talk about this some more.
I know, but I'm just saying like just to give you a taste
Sure.
of what the podcast is gonna be.
Sure.
It's gonna be mostly just subjects or it's a whatever podcast. So if you're expecting an informative and
Well, we
intelligent
might get
podcast,
you never know. We
Well,
might
there
get
might be
informative
some
feedback.
informative stuff.
Yeah, you never
who knows?
know.
There
Well,
will be. I think it's mainly
We're
gonna
well-read
be just
people.
like a free form. We go from topic to topic.
Mhm.
This is sort of just a for starters one, so it'll be a lot more structured, I think, as we go on.
But
But
this
we're
is
just
just episode 1.
feeling it out, putting the feelers out there.
Oh,
in
the feelers.
beginning
All right,
here.
so continue.
So let's continue that topic for a little bit.
Well, for
Joe
me,
likes this topic.
for me, it'd be I don't know what it'd be for me. It would I can't really decide for myself.
Write a book.
You have to write an entire book.
You gotta write a book and you'll unlock
Right,
it.
look.
No.
An entire book. How long does the book have to be?
That's right. Gabe's an At English least- major.
Oh, yeah,
at least
I'm a
200
fucking bum. That's
Or
what
you could,
mean.
or you could like maybe draw a certain amount of pictures, maybe like I don't know.
I mean, you can
Draw a lot of weeb trash.
Or
draw a
good
lot of
weed
weed
trash.
shit
Much
and
weeb trash.
not get paid for it yet. That's a specific. If you get paid for it, it doesn't count.
To unlock Cody, you have to drill shine. You have to drill shine another fox in melee 50 times.
Just so you guys know, we all play
that's
Smash.
easy.
So
Oh
you
yeah,
might
we
be
play
hearing-
Smash
You might
Brothers.
be hearing some tech mumbo jumbo the whole time.
Yeah, I can't just drop jargon. It's not gonna work. Anyway, to unlock Brian, you have to build a robot.
Yeah, fully
Yes,
functioning. It has to be fully
Like a
functioning.
full one.
It doesn't have to be. Well, I guess it doesn't.
Fully
Kind of.
functioning.
Okay.
You know,
alright,
in
you
a,
say
in a
so.
good way.
Yeah.
Sex robot. No, don't do that.
Oh,
It has to look just like Samus.
Ooh. Now we're
Just
talking.
like
attention.
Samus.
Now we're talking.
Ew.
All right. So that leaves me. What do you have to unlock?
What would you have to do to be Joey? Your starter character.
Oh, I'm the starter
I'm
character.
sorry.
Oh. Oh man.
Oh my god.
That's not cool. That's
I
not
know.
fair.
I don't know. Let's see. You have to. I think to unlock Joey, you'd probably have to,
Change the
doctor.
subject like a million times in 5 minutes.
What was that one thing you told him the other day in our? Were we doing that? What did you tell him that one day in our group chat that you said like, Joey, if you're on whatever,
Oh
you should
yeah.
get back on it.
Oh yeah. I can't remember what I was talking about, but I switched gears like immediately.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Change the subject 50 times. Change the subject 50 times within a 5-minute span.
50
I don't know why
times.
it's 50, but yeah, that works.
50 times.
This is a little steep for 5 minutes.
It's really not.
Speaking of
That's,
which-
I mean, if you were to do one per second, you could do it in a minute.
Look at that. There's a transition already.
Yeah,
We
all right,
got
Joey.
one.
Speaking of which, apparently there was 2 black holes orbiting around each other recently that physicists discovered, and they were creating, as they were rotating around each other and as they collided, they created more energy between the 2 of them than there has ever been at any point in time in the universe. I can't remember what the exact calculation was, but space is
Holy
huge.
shit.
Multiple infinite
How do you
amounts
even
of.
like make those calculations? That's what
It's
I
all
wanna know.
It's all theoretical.
Like, how do you get to be that dude?
I think
with,
to
like,
be.
sides?
I feel like to become like a
That was the
worker.
most energy ever.
I feel like to be like to work at NASA, you have to also like be willing to lie about some kind of things. like how
Yeah,
much?
dude, that's like, and Danny's always like railed on me for having this belief, but AJ agrees with me. Like, so you know when you hear about like, oh yeah, we've only discovered like 0.5% of the population of the ocean or whatever, like the different species in the ocean.
Yeah.
Like, how do we know that? How do we know that we've only discovered 5% if we haven't discovered all of them? Like, how do you do that percentage?
Well, because if we had discovered all of it, we'd
We
say
need
we
a-
discovered 100% of it. So.
But then how do you know if
How
you
do we
discovered
know that we
100%
haven't
of it,
discovered
though, is the thing.
I would say.
Like, how do you know where the mark is for 100%?
Well, I would
Yeah,
assume.
where are we
100%.
getting the big number that we're dividing by?
The big number, I would just assume, is just
I
this
guess it's just
theoretical
theory.
amount.
Yeah, I guess it's just theoretical
also
based on how much ocean there is that hasn't been discovered. Because the ocean themselves are very easy to see how much there is of.
I'd say it comes down.
It's a lot of water.
It's sort of like what I was saying about to like work at NASA and do all that big space studying. You have to be willing to say how much you don't know and sort of lie about what amount we could possibly understand. So that sort of goes with the ocean. Until we've mapped out the whole thing, it's like, well, we don't know how much is down there and like what's really down there. So I mean, yeah.
Why are people so much more willing to explore space than ocean?
Well, because like. Well, here's someone who said I get into this argument all the time with my girlfriend, girl talk. But she's on the side of like she's terrified of space, but she thinks the ocean's amazing, and I'm on the side where I think space is amazing, but I think the ocean sucks dick. And
I disagree. I think the ocean's fucking awesome.
no, but
Ocean's pretty dope.
but what I
They're both cool, but I would rather die in the ocean than space. I think.
Same.
I don't know. I think I'd rather die in space.
thank you, Cody,
You
because.
think?
But what I was
So
saying,
we got a very
what I'm
clear
saying
split
about
here.
it, like, when it comes down to that whole argument of which is cooler. I mean, they're both terrifying. Don't get me wrong. Like, space itself is like, the size and scope of it is you can't comprehend it. It's impossible. But
Oh yeah, it's fucking
when
terrifying.
it comes down to like what we can explore, like on Earth to explore the ocean, it's like okay, once we map out the ocean, where is that all the mysteries left on Earth, like that whole thing? Whereas space, it's like this big and like literally any type of world that you can imagine can be out there in the universe, and that's what keeps me interested in it. It's like literally any sort of reality you can think of is probably out there because
That's very true.
there are so many galaxies, there are so many stars, planets,
How are we ever
exoplanets,
gonna-
all of that.
How are we ever gonna reach that far out there, though? Is the only
We
question.
can. I don't know if we ever can.
Until FTL travel happens.
Well, it is continually expanding, right?
Continually
so like until you
expanding.
get faster than light
Well,
travel,
We
I
need the
don't
power of
think
Donkey
that you
Kong then.
There
would
will
have
be
any
there will be a
whether or not
time.
that's possible is
There will be a
another-
time where other galaxies will come to us, solar systems actually. I know that the Andromeda system will eventually collide with the Milky Way, and like most people when they hear their
Yeah, but the Earth is
it's gonna be a
the
long-
sun will have burned out
Yeah,
by
the
then,
sun will be
more
yeah,
than likely.
yeah, it's gonna be way long. It's gonna be like way. Nobody is gonna see that in their lifetime.
Like just the number. I'm a
Four-
really big. I'm a
4
really big
billion
fan.
years, I think.
I'm a really big fan of like big numbers and all that, like Graham's number, Googleplex, all that crap.
Yeah, Graham's number is like ridiculous.
I
That's what
mean,
they use to calculate like neutron star masses,
And
isn't it?
the thing, well, it's. I mean,
We gotta be careful what we say because there is definitely people that understand more about this topic than us.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
I know
we're
about
definitely
the
not
one
experts
thing.
on this.
The one interesting I know about
Oh, yeah.
Graham's number. The one thing I know about Graham's number is that if you were to have every single number of Graham's number, like in your head or like in a space, there'd be so much mass and just matter in that one spot that wherever it is, if you were to have it in your head, it would actually become a black hole because there's that much information in Graham's number by itself. It's that big of a number.
That's unreal.
No one knows how big that is, but all they know is it ends in 7.
That's unreal.
How do we know these things?
Well, I'm subscribed to a YouTube channel.
How do we know these things?
I'm subscribed to the channel Number File on YouTube, and they're all about those types of things. And they did an episode on Graham's number, and I thought it was the most fascinating thing I've seen in a
I
while.
want somebody who knows something more about this than us to tweet at us about these things if they hear this.
Please make us
Please,
feel.
'cause I want to know.
Make us feel stupid.
Because I want to know. Because we're talking about things that I can't possibly comprehend.
Well, if you want my honest opinion, I know dick about the ocean. Maybe that's why I'm so upset
Well, I
about
think the ocean's cool because it's like a living, breathing thing down there. Basically, it's just water, and then things live there.
But
Like,
it's full of
there's a
bodies
ton-
and dead and piss and shit and
It's just water.
Well, everything-
fish cum and all that.
That's kinda gross.
It's full of fish cum, dude.
that's true.
Like
That's
fish
kind of
stuff.
gross. That's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Time.
Also, when we hit the bottom of the ocean, what's gonna happen? Like when we reach like the deepest part of the ocean.
Explode is what
I know.
happens.
But once we reach like the deepest part of the
Somebody's
ocean,
gone.
like
2 people have gone down there, I think.
no, like if it's like the deepest part that we could possibly make, like the deepest until you hit like the next layer of the earth, like however
So
deep that may be.
Mariana Trench.
That's the Mariana.
I know, but
Trench.
once you go deeper than that, and it's all like, well, what's beneath this? And then someone just hits it with like a
You can't go
drill.
deeper than the Mariana
No, but they hit it like with a drill.
Don't do that.
They
That
hit it
would
with
be
like a
really
drill, and
bad.
then all of a sudden, like massive amounts of just core, like the core just like explodes, like a big old zit.
just destroy.
What are you talking about?
What are
I
you
don't know,
talking
dude.
about?
I'm saying, would you hit like how deep can you go before you just start hitting molten lava?
It ends, Dave. Like the ocean does have a deepest point.
I don't
like,
know.
The deepest point of the ocean is not like. I don't even think that's like close to the mantle.
Like
Like,
I
how
said,
is it-
dude. Like I said, I know dick about the ocean.
Did you know that right now we are only 63 miles from space?
Where do we currently sit?
Directly above you, 63 miles.
There's people that run longer than that, like in a single sitting.
What's that?
Right. So there's people that run longer than that, like in a single sitting.
Yeah, they could run to space.
It's nuts.
You could probably drive to space if the traffic were. not
Well,
bad.
yeah, we could.
You could probably drive to
It's
space
crowded
if
up
you
there,
know, you
you
could
know.
get up there.
Flying cars. No.
But on the subject of what Cody brought up earlier, or what I think Joey brought up earlier with, would you rather die in space or die in the ocean? I'd rather die in space.
I'd die in the ocean.
Because I think we said in our group chat one time, like,
Space
I
is
said-
lonely.
I said, like, dying in the ocean, like, it says in your obituary, like, lost at sea, probably eaten by some fish, lol, eat shit, like, that sort of thing. Or, died through orbital re-entry. Like, I burned up in the
That is
atmosphere.
pretty dope.
That
That is
sounds like
hella
fuck.
dope.
Dude, that sounds dope. Thank you.
Burned up in re-entry.
Burned up in atmospheric re-entry.
For
That just
everyone-
sounds cool.
For every one of those, there's one guy who just kind of drifted off.
I know, but just drifted off into the deep. Hey, at least he'll go somewhere instead of just rot in the ocean.
Well, he'll never stop.
Until he enters orbit again, somewhere.
He'll never stop, Dave. If you
Never
float away in
stop
space,
stopping.
you're
Until
never
you-
gonna stop.
until you hit something.
Yeah, that's true.
So like when he comes across like a giant planet, and
Giant?
and it just starts like careening into the planet and then hits it with the force of an atom bomb and destroys the whole thing because the dude was fat.
Wow, this is going somewhere.
And then the dinosaurs on the planet was like, "Who the fuck is this shit?" Because they can speak English.
Whoa.
It's like a parallel.
What?
It's like a parallel Earth, except the dinosaurs existed and managed to become smart.
Is this the land
See,
before
that's-
time?
No,
No,
that's
this-
what it is. That's why I'd rather die in the ocean, is because I'm not my body floating off and gaining intense speed and wiping out an enemy, an alien population
See?
is not a risk. Like, you know,
That's not- Yeah, if you die in the ocean, then things just, fish just eat you, and you go on to become something greater.
Dude, I want to become a
You become the ocean.
Dude,
You
I
don't
want to
become the whole
accelerate
ocean.
That would
towards
be
light
sick,
speed.
dude. Yeah.
You can do that when you're
Why not?
alive.
No.
You can do that when you're alive.
You can take it.
You only get one chance to die in the ocean.
My God. You can wipe out your entire race.
I think you only have one chance to die anywhere.
Well, you gotta make a count then.
That is true.
You
Yeah,
gotta
go
make-
out with a boom. Take down the whole society.
Try to take down an entire race of sentient dinosaurs.
Yeah,
I'd rather die than just get eaten by fish.
exactly. Show those dinosaurs.
Show them dicks.
Who's boss?
Show them who's boss. Oh, that's good.
All right.
Alright.
Okay, well,
Well, that was a good. That was good.
All right,
15-minute topic.
Join us next time. No, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. You think we just call it quits after that? We got bigger standard. We got bigger fish to fry.
Ocean.
Well, I mean, I just finished a match in Overwatch, so we can probably leave whenever. It's fine.
I don't know.
What you guys don't know is that Brian right now is actually jacking off.
He's in his bathroom.
I
I
thought
mean,
we all
I would basically consider Overwatch masturbation at this point, so yeah, you're right.
Oh, let's talk about
Holy
Overwatch.
shit.
and
No,
date
let's
this
not.
up.
No, let's not. Let's not talk about
Let's.
Overwatch. We're
save
saving-
that.
I was gonna say let's talk about Overwatch and date this episode.
Oh well, that's gonna happen anyway because we're definitely gonna talk about Overwatch, but we're gonna wait for another cast member to
Overwatch
do
is
that.
not going to be a date thing. Like,
I know.
it's going to be like anything that you've ever talked about that's timeless.
I'm gonna.
Like,
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
just
It has
on the quick subject of that, I'm going to get Nextbone, a really cheap
Yeah.
one. I'm gonna get Overwatch.
Hey guys, let's make sure to date this. Let's make sure to date this as much as possible. Hey guys, so The Exorcist just came out last night.
Hey guys,
Well,
Finding Doors.
Dude, we just
came out.
landed on the moon.
Dude, Finding.
Whoa, we made it on the moon. Wait, hold on.
Dude, did you just hear? JFK just got shot.
What?
Dude, that's fucked up. Who shot JFK?
Me.
Who shot John Lennon?
Who shot John Lennon? I did.
You did?
Twice.
Catcher in the Rye guy.
I was the second gunman on the grassy plain.
I thought there were
John.
three.
I was the second gunman in the sky with Lucy.
What are you
Second
talking?
spitter.
You don't know the song, the Beatles song "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds"?
It's about LSD, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm saying I was the second gunman
What
in
does
the
that have
sky.
anything to do with
I
JFK?
was mixing the killing of JFK and John Lennon together. What?
Brian, talk about some historical figures and something like that. That's like your area of expertise,
The
isn't it?
Battle of Antietam was the battle with the most Americans killed ever in a war.
Really?
That's
Any more than the Civil War?
everybody. Yeah, Civil War is the bloodiest American war because Americans were dying on both sides.
Yes. Yes, that is right. Because it was America versus America.
Only
Yeah.
Americans were killed in that.
We should have
I
another
like how we
Civil War.
call it the Civil War.
We should
You know,
have.
like I wonder if people in Africa call it the American Civil War, if they're
Oh.
just like, yeah, it's the Civil War.
No,
probably do
there have
call it
been
the
other
American
civil
Civil
wars in
War.
other countries.
I would
Well-
imagine.
Well, I mean, I have some friends across the pond who say
Oh my
they don't call the Revolutionary War the
Well, because there was an
Revolutionary.
English Civil
What
War.
do they call it?
They call it the
Well, yeah, I
Rebellion.
mean, I call
Ah.
it the American Revolution.
They call it the American Rebellion.
Ah, because they were on the other side.
Yeah, and they lost.
That's what they said. That's what they said. They call
Yeah,
it in their history books. They call it the American Rebellion.
Right. We call it the revolution because we got free. We are
Yeah.
free now.
And
We
now
have
we're less-
freedom.
And now we're losing freedom. Oh shit!
Oh no, we're not going into politics.
We're not
No,
going
no,
into
no,
that.
no,
Please,
no,
no.
We're
I'm
not
sorry.
doing this.
I didn't mean to do that.
We're not doing this.
Well, let's date this. Let's date this one more time. Hey guys, did you hear that Trump is running for president?
Oh,
No,
God.
don't do that. That's actually gonna date this.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
All right, let's date this podcast. Let's take it out to dinner.
Let's date it. Let's court it.
let's-
3 times. That's actually how I met. Well, not met. I went into a relationship with Kayla. I actually courted her.
Well, you started out by texting her comic book onomatopoeias.
I know. I did.
Tell the podcast
Yeah.
that story.
Oh,
I want to hear
Let's
this.
hear this.
All right. It's how I met.
This is very interesting.
This is how I met my girlfriend. All right. So
I don't know how you met her, but like,
I'm more like I kidnapped her, but that's a different part of the story.
Well, other than that, yeah.
But-
Potato.
How did you help her to eventually turn to the Stockholm
see, the thing is, I kidnapped her, but I did it slowly, and I made her like me first before I kidnapped her. Therefore, I did it so.
Well,
so
that's just called stalking.
Now she just lives at my house.
now she just sort of lives with me. But the thing is when I met her, since I'm a filthy weeb, and I went to, and Joey went to this this club with me.
For
Like
fucking
anime
time.
2
club,
years.
didn't
It was about 2 years. No, 3 years ago now. And
CJ.
it was at this club at our local YMCA. And Joey wasn't there, and I went. It had been a while since I had went there, and I was just like, screw it, I'll go. I'll see who's there and say hi to everybody. And they all welcomed me and whatnot, and I saw Kayla there, and she was dressed up as a ham sack, Homestuck. That's
Oh
my
god,
good-
people cosplayed at those?
Yeah, some
Yeah.
people cosplayed at him.
Oh, Jesus.
But it was fantastic. All the old people were like, "What the fuck are they
Yeah,
doing?"
what's going on here? See, that's why they put that club in the front of the building, so they
Yeah.
didn't have to
That
walk
was
past the other
the
guys.
worst place
The
for an
normies.
anime
But
club.
either way, I met her there, and I'm like, "Oh, she was pretty good looking. I want to go talk to her and all that." And I said hi to her and all that.
Said, but
I know that's exactly what I
Yeah,
said.
so beautiful.
Verbatim. Verbatim.
Well, if you know Dave, that's how he talks sometimes.
But I went over to her and I started chatting her up and all that. I'm like, "Hey, did you know I like anime?" And she's like, "Wow, that's because you're here, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I was pretty much I was
Smooth operator.
So
Of them just testing the water.
on this, yeah, I was like, let's see if her sense of humor is good. And she thought that was fun. I was like, good, I'm a retarded kid. But so I gave her my number and all that. She gave me hers, and after like about a week or so, I was texting her a bit. But you see, I wasn't approaching this from a normal standpoint because I'm not normal in any sense because I'm retarded. But so what I did was I didn't text her like hi or hey what's up or how are you, like like some sort of stereotypical kid who's like, oh, I want to talk to this girl but I don't know how to approach it. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going in. And I just started texting her comic book onomatopoeias. So like I would never open up with like hi, hey, or like any sort of normal thing like that. I opened up all the time with like kapow or wha-bam or bazow or like something like that. And then eventually she caught on and started responding with comic book onomatopoeia. I'm like, there you go. And then I think she just felt sorry for me and just like said like, oh, this kid's probably really lonely. So she just started talking to me. But so I take her out on 3 dates. And so I courted her just like a night because I knew about that shit, and I'm like,
And
I'm
now
gonna
they're
take-
married.
And now it's been 3 years, and yeah, I courted my girlfriend by texting her comic book onomatopoeia.
And now Dave's 35 years old and married.
And now I'm eating dirt.
How sweet.
That's
Oh,
that's,
So,
that's my
Hey,
so
life.
me dirt.
romantic.
That's
Did he
my,
say anything about eating dirt?
that's my life story. Right there. I can't wait to do the Man Ray cosplay. That'd be fantastic.
There was, I don't know if you guys saw, we went to an anime convention this weekend.
Oh yeah, because we're
Colossal
weebs.
and San
We go to
Francisco.
we
And
go to
we're all from Ohio, by the way.
Ah shit! Now they know where we're from. They're gonna come.
They don't
after
know
us.
exactly where we
They're
are.
gonna find us.
They don't know exactly where they are. Cincinnati.
A man, or not a man, right? It was a mermaid man, like a young mermaid man, and he had a dirty bubble with him. It was amazing.
Oh my
I don't know if you guys
How'd
saw
they
that.
do it? Like, how'd they do the dirty bubble?
What? Oh, so it was like it wasn't actually a person. It was like like a clear exercise ball
Okay.
with the face on it.
Oh.
That's awesome.
That sounds great.
But it was awesome. Like it was perfect.
I was a big fan of the Star Wars opening crawl guy.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
There was a guy who was walking around. He had 2 cardboard signs. One of them had Star Wars on it. He had it around his chest, and then one he laid flat in front of him, which had the opening crawl on it on one side, and on the other side it said, a long time ago to a galaxy far, far away. And he would walk around backwards with the music playing.
Yeah. That guy, so I saw that guy on Facebook and stuff. He's from California. Like he
Really?
goes to cons like for a living. I don't not for a living, but like he has a lot of money or something. He does it. But he does like simple stuff. So like he has one that's like he has 2 white gloves on his hands, and he puts them through a black like piece of cardboard that has Final
I saw
Destination little Mario on a keychain that he puts on one of the fingers, and he has the two hands going at it like through the cardboard on top of this Final Destination, and he like has them like pseudo fighting this Mario keychain. It's awesome.
That's
Wow.
that's
sick.
awesome.
Yeah, like there's some videos of it online. I can't. Oh god, I'll have to look up the
I
name.
saw a
of it.
picture of
Like,
him out.
You should
like,
you should
outside the
tweet
shop.
about it on our official Twitter page.
Oh shit, we should do that. Yeah,
shit.
we can do that. We can actually tweet.
You actually tweet
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, what's our? Yeah, we have a Twitter. What is
Yeah,
that?
so it's let me see. Hold on. I gotta protect the payload real quick. Let's see.
I believe it's
We
at.
are. Hold on. I'm pulling it up on my phone right now.
Box
It's a good time.
Come on, but you can load faster than this. There we go. So come on. Here. So we're Grub Talk Podcast, and it's at Talk Grilly to me.
That was it.
That was
And all
I like
all
that.
7 of us are following it. So if you all want to follow us too and see like what stupid shit
I
we
mean,
say.
I assume
I'll drop
that
my well, I'll drop our social media at the end of the episode too. So
we'll
plug it.
it'll be linked at the end of the episode.
don't worry about that.
We'll link it at the end of every episode.
If you actually care to follow us, but
Which you should.
You should because we're great.
Like I said, I would imagine most people are gonna find us through Twitter. Like that's what that's the link that I would be giving people.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna
well,
put
that's what we're
all
gonna
of
plan
this stuff
on doing. But either way, let's
But-
talk about foodstuffs.
food
Good
stuff.
stuff.
Food
Okay.
Food stuff.
Let's
What do you got?
what's
for me?
what's some of your least favorite foods? Because everyone talks about favorite foods all the time.
least favorite food?
Least favorite foods.
Because
So
this is a boring.
Okay.
episode.
I can here if you want. So I hate artichokes. Okay, my family loves artichokes. I got this stupid Italian family. They're not stupid, though.
Stupid
But
Italians.
they're so Italian and stupid. And artichokes, if you've never had them, like I think most people know what an artichoke looks like, but like when you eat an artichoke, it's you take the leaves off and like the leaves are stuffed with crap. Like I don't know what it is. It's very like vinegary and
Never.
like
never
I don't know.
done that in
It's
my life.
gross. And what you do to eat them is you take the leaf and you pinch it like you hold it at the base of the leaf and you put it the entire leaf into your mouth and then you close your teeth around it and you drag it out.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
That's interesting.
And like
I've never in my
God,
life
they
done
taste
that.
so bad.
That's
But like
interesting.
people love them. It's weird.
That's interesting.
See, for me, one of my least favorite foods, like one of the things, it just like, unless it's prepared a certain way, like, I mean, it's a tie for me, unless it's prepared a certain way or with a certain foods, for me it's tomatoes or cauliflower, because I fucking
love tomatoes.
I hate,
cauliflower.
I
Tomatoes.
hate cauliflower,
I love
dude.
tomatoes.
They're, like, cauliflower, only if it's, like, specifically prepared with something. I hate it. It ruins a dish for me.
Cauliflower.
Yeah.
Vegetables are gross.
Well, most vegetables are gross, yeah.
I'm hit or miss on vegetables. For me,
Yeah.
I
okay,
like vegetables.
this is gonna
That
be.
stuff they give you hibachi.
Oh,
that's
that
the
stuff's
best.
awesome.
Well, yeah, because it's, infused with,
Because, man, that stuff kills.
it's
that
in,
stuff's that stuff's
Yeah, the
godly.
broccoli. The broccoli.
it's
Dude,
infused.
I like broccoli.
Dude, alright, broccoli's
Like,
fine, but cauliflower's shit. I hate it. It's like the shitty
Like,
version of
Is
broccoli.
cauliflower just white broccoli?
No,
essentially?
it's like a shittier
Yeah.
version of
It's
it.
the cabbage to broccoli's lettuce.
Yes,
except
that's
cabbage.
exactly it.
Except the cabbage I think is alright.
So
Cabbage is
what
good in
that
soup.
difference is.
Cabbage is good in soup.
I like cabbage. No, but my least favorite food, and you guys are gonna, you guys have heard this before, but like, it's definitely like out there for least favorite food is, I don't like fruit a whole lot. Like apples.
Oh,
I don't like apples a whole lot. I don't like grapes a whole lot. I don't like pineapple a whole lot. Anything that's like real sweet.
Isn't it
Dude,
because,
how can you not like pineapple?
isn't it because of
or
is
I
it,
like a pineapple on pizza.
is it because
Pineapple
of
is the best fruit, period. Like, hands down, nothing compares.
No.
is it because of
Yeah.
like the taste of it, like the sugariness or what?
No, it's just because like it's like
Like,
it's
heaven and
almost
a
too
can.
sweet in a way. Like it's so sweet to the point where like I always describe it as bitter, and everybody's like, "What? Fruit isn't bitter, man." But like it's bitter to me.
I get it. it's a tarty thing, dude.
Yeah, I can't deal with it. I just don't like the taste.
Dude,
Either.
grapes and bananas are my two favorites.
I like
Yes,
bananas.
Grapes are great.
I
They're
like
the two.
bananas.
But apparently, to a bunch of nutritionists, bananas and grapes are actually like the two worst fruit you can eat.
Really?
Like they're like their nutritional value is what is it? Isn't comparable to what you actually get out of
Bananas
it.
have potassium and stuff, but like there's not much other than that.
Yeah, it's mostly carbs, potassium, and sugar. Like and
Hey,
grapes
carbs are
grapes are total. Grapes are like complete sugar, and like I've heard from a
That
lot of
doesn't surprise
nutritionists,
me.
they're like, yeah, you shouldn't really eat that many grapes. And I'm like, but grapes are the best.
I like tomatoes a lot. I love
I
tomatoes.
like tomatoes when they're prepared correctly. I don't like raw tomatoes because they ruin whatever's in it. for
I
me.
like raw tomatoes.
Like that's the reason I don't get tomatoes on my Chipotle.
I like tomatoes on my Chipotle.
I don't.
Get tomatoes at Chipotle?
Well, yeah, it's like the salsa. It's like the
Red
the
salsa.
mildest salsa you
Yeah.
can get. It's just diced tomatoes,
Well, who
basically.
gets that?
I
Some
I
people
get
do.
that sometimes.
Joey does.
It's all about the corn.
Yes,
Oh,
the
the
corn.
corn.
Is,
oh my god, the
corn's so
good.
it's so good.
Black holes in Chipotle. That's what this episode's about.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good title.
Black holes.
All right,
Yeah, you're up. You're up, kid.
fucking grapefruit. I hate
Grapefruit.
grapefruit so
Actually-
much.
No,
I
it's
can
so
agree with that.
good.
Dude, I can agree with that
So
though.
addicted.
No, Cody.
You gotta put loads of sugar on grapefruit to make it tolerable.
Cody, what you just reminded me of my wrestling days flashbacks because for losing weight we had to drink like couple pints or so of grapefruit juice like whenever
Jesus.
we
Ew.
came close to.
Jesus.
Dude, I wanted to vomit every single time I did it. But
That's
I had to drink
nasty.
Dan and I drank like 3 gallons between us one day. It was
Ugh.
awful.
Ew.
Brian, what was that? Speaking of appetite suppressing
Oh,
beverages, what was
Okay.
your proven appetite suppressing
Cody,
combination?
Cody, I don't know if you've heard this before, but okay, so back in high school, I had this AP Bio class, which is actually where me and Joe met.
Yes.
But I had this AP Bio class junior year, and it was first period. It was like right smack dab in the morning. I never had time to eat breakfast, which I didn't really do normally anyway. But for some reason that year, I got really hungry, and I slept a lot in that class too. But that's unrelated.
You slept a lot in general in high school, but that's also
That's
unrelated.
true. But yeah, so every morning I'd be like really, really hungry in this bio class, and I wouldn't be able to sleep because of it. So I got this. I came up with this idea to make an appetite suppressant using the most disgusting things that I could like combine together, because then my body would be so disgusted that it would have lost its appetite. You know.
It was unbelievably potent.
My answer to it was pink Powerade. Okay, and it has to be Powerade because pink Powerade tastes different than pink Gatorade.
Okay.
It's grosser because everything by Powerade is grosser. But yeah, no, it's pink Powerade mixed with a V8. Like
Oh,
none
that
of that V8 fruit crap. Like straight up all your vegetables for 3 days V8.
Oh, that sounds gross.
It's the grossest thing, and I would just chug a bottle of it every morning.
I witnessed that.
Yeah, Joe's seen it a couple times, and I would not be hungry for hours.
It was unbelievably potent.
worked
See-
so well, dude. I would highly recommend it to
Brian,
anyone
you should
going
post. You should post on the Twitter.
Post the
Oh, yeah,
recipe.
we
Yeah, post the recipe on the Twitter. Speaking of recipes to post,
No, what's the recipe?
post a recipe for that on Twitter. And speaking of the recipe, Dave makes an awesome sandwich, going from disgusting to awesome tasting stuff. The what's it called? The Create Solus?
The Create sandwich.
The Create sandwich.
No.
That's a
It
good
has
one.
to be grilled, but it can't be done normal. Is there anything else you want to add about that drink, Brian?
By normal. It's what?
Is there anything else you want to add about that drink?
No, that's all you need to know.
Okay. Well, I mean, along those lines, before I get into that, apparently since this is a cooking episode,
Oh yeah, no, I'm excited to get the sandwich. I've heard tales of it. I've just never actually heard what's in it. I don't think.
It's a good one.
all right. Well, so the one thing that helps me suppress my appetite is bananas.
Bananas.
I just have to eat one banana. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna eat anything for a while because they can just fill you up. And if that's not enough for you, it's apparently impossible. I haven't tried it myself, but it's apparently impossible to drink a can of Sprite and eat a banana, or eat a banana then drink a can of Sprite, because like the
Really?
potassium and the carbonation do not meld. It doesn't meld well at all. So
Odd.
like, so apparently you can't. You can't.
I'm gonna have to try it out. Like,
Challenge accepted.
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
I've completed the gallon of milk challenge. I've done it and I've held it
Oh,
down.
Jesus.
I managed to. I actually managed to do it. I didn't throw up.
Listeners, try it out at home. Please try not to throw up.
If you got,
Post results.
if you got, you know.
I'll try it too,
If
honestly.
you got like,
I'll
two-
try it.
If you got like
Tweet
two,
it at us.
No,
if you
don't
got,
do the cinnamon challenge. I don't want our
if you
our
got, like-
listeners to die.
if you got like $2.70, go to like your local like GMC or something and
I'll try it.
get a gallon of milk. And go
I'll
and
try it.
I did it. I didn't record it, but I can do it again.
I was gonna say I'll try. We can all try it, or anybody that wants to can try it, and we can post it to our Twitter from there.
But
alright,
either
so
way.
give me the sandwich.
Yeah, we gotta hear the
Give me
sandwich. We gotta hear the sandwich.
So the main key with this is that there's so much shit on the sandwich that you actually cannot do it by
Normal standard, not normal standards, but normal preparation of preparing a grilled cheese sandwich. Some people do it with like a pan on their stove, and they butter both pieces of bread, and then they put the stuff that goes in between the bread on the two slices, and they just let the stuff
Yeah.
melt onto there, and then they flip them over onto each other. You can't do that. There's too much shit. So
Okay.
you need like a panini maker, like I have. I have a special panini maker. The
Oh
one
yeah,
where,
those things are great.
where it has like two sides, and
Yeah,
you like
those
press
things
it
are-
on there. It's
Those
awesome.
things are incredible.
I got another
have
one for
too.
Christmas, and it's much better than my old one. I'm so happy
Those
about it.
things are great.
But either way, what you need, and this can be with whatever choice of bread that you want. So it could be wheat bread, it could be white bread, multigrain, rye, whatever you like. I personally prefer thick Italian bread with this because it'll keep your condiments and whatnot inside of it. So you butter both sides of the bread. Well, not both sides. You butter the sides of the bread that need to be grilled. And you put the first one down. Then you lay American cheese, pepper jack cheese, and those will be those two. So you lay those down. Then you take 3 pieces of salami,
Okay.
two slices of turkey, specifically low salt turkey. Then
Okay.
you take a slice of ham, so like store-bought ham, not like actual like ham. So like deli meat. And then you take 3 pickle ovals, and you put them down. Then you put you have a choice between hot sauce, plain mustard, and mayo. And you
What
put
about
that.
Dijon mustard?
You can put Dijon mustard on there. You put that on
That's-
over
that's
the
where it's
ovals.
at.
You put that over the ovals, and then you take pepperoni, and you lay that down over top the ovals and all that. Then you take a slice of mozzarella, put that down.
Oh.
Then you just mirror the other side with the turkey and the ham, and then 2 more slices of cheese, and then you top it off with the bread. Then you grill that until
That's
both sides,
amazing.
and then you press that monster down, and you allow all the cheese to melt, and it turns into this giant, meaty, cheesy, called Titanic sandwich that I
Lord.
ate 2 of those alongside a bowl of soup.
Dave is a large man.
Those are my that's my lunch.
Dave
That
is a
sounds
large
so good,
man.
though.
That's my lunch when I'm bulking. It's great.
Dave, if in case you can't tell by his voice, Dave lifts 500 pounds on bench press,
No, I don't.
600 pounds on squat,
No, I don't.
1,000 pounds on deadlift.
What is he's a large man?
Yeah, you get it.
Big man.
I mean, I do.
Also, my right
I mean, I
hand's
do
bigger
have
than
a
my
ton.
left.
I mean, I do 1,000 pounds on leg press, but I don't squat 1,000.
Guys, my right hand's bigger than my left hand.
Okay, great.
That's nice, Joe.
What?
I
Like,
have,
what?
I have another
What?
reason.
Dave's,
Why?
Dave's a large man. Good God, my hands are different sizes.
What's going on here? Why is my right hand bigger than my left hand?
But go for it, Brian.
Okay, so this is from a legend, from a Youngstown, Ohio legend of friend of me and AJ's named Robert Wolford.
Oh,
Shout
God.
outs to Rob.
Oh, are you talking about wolf piss?
Oh boy.
So this is called Wolf. His last name's Wolford. He goes by Wolf.
bottles
they're
that are shaped
like-
like lemons?
not the powdered lemonade mix, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the stuff that
Like
comes
actual
in
lemonade.
like the tin can, and it's like a jelly almost, and you like slide it out into a gallon of water or whatever, and mix it around until it mixes.
Alright.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you take that stuff, you get 2 cans of that, and you mix that with a 2 liter of 7-Up, and then 6 Yinglings and a fifth of vodka.
Jesus.
And it is the greatest thing oh my god, like it's ridiculous. It's like you put Everclear in it. You can't taste it
Everclear.
behind
Oh
yeah,
god.
you can't taste it behind lemonade. It's great.
All right, next time you guys come down, we're making this.
Oh,
Dude, it's so
drinking
good.
party.
Oh god.
Everclear reminds me of Con Stories, but Con Stories is going to be a completely
That's gonna
separate
have to be-
podcast.
That's
so
gonna have to be between
But
the
me-
four. That's gonna have to
me,
be
Devin,
between.
AJ, Joe, and yeah.
Yeah. Oh god,
But
I have
that'll
a con
be a
story to
good
tell.
one. I'm looking forward
I
to
have
it.
I have 2 con stories as
Oh
well.
yeah, you
2
do.
really
Oh
important
yeah,
ones.
you do. We're gonna have to save those for later because those are.
I know I've definitely heard the one.
You've heard the one
Those
of
are
them.
for something else entirely. I'm gonna tell you that.
Well, actually, I think you've heard both of them. We're not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
We're baiting you.
You know, we're gonna have to. We're gonna get them to come back. Get them to come back.
Coming back and hear my
My God.
tragic life at con.
So, do we want
My life
to...
is a teenage con bot. My life is a teenage.
Please.
There's a Jimny X-J9 actually,
Was
in
there
the
really?
arcade that I saw doing a photo shoot.
Oh.
It was pretty cool. But, so we
Favorite
want to
kind
do,
of
like,
a robot girl.
start our closing thing up here, like what we've all been watching or doing recently.
Well, what I've been,
So I
I mean-
think we're hitting about,
I know, but what I was gonna say was,
Yeah, we can start.
what
closing.
have you recently been getting into? Like anything?
Yeah, this is a good way to
anything
close.
along those lines is good. Yeah.
Well, what I've been recently getting into, I've been actually, appropriately enough, I've been getting into, I've been getting back into Guitar Hero videos. Like watching people 100%. Dude, no, seriously, look up just like
It's
any
incredible
like
to
super
watch.
hard
It's
songs on
incredible
Guitar
to
Hero
watch.
and just watch people like beat them. It is sometimes like the most mesmerizing thing because you're just like you're watching. It's so satisfying because you're just watching every note get hit. You're just like shit. I want to do that, and then you realize my Guitar Hero broke a few years ago. Can't play it, so I'm mad.
That's unfortunate.
But,
we need to fix
Dude,
that.
you guys should all go watch the 125% speed run of Through the Fire and Flames 100%. One dude hit every note on Through the Fire and Flames when it was faster.
Oh my god.
It was at
Oh my
125%
God.
speed, so like,
I
it
hate
was 25% faster. So just imagine that song only every note's coming even faster. It's amazing.
Oh my
That's
god.
scary to think about.
He did it
That's
on stream and the dude
unbelievable.
freaked out.
It's
I started exercising.
because of exercising.
Good
He got up and
exercise,
did like a bunch of jumping moves. No,
But yeah,
but
for me, it's I've been getting into Guitar Hero videos again.
mhm.
That's cool.
Yeah, for me it's been I started a playthrough of Majora's Mask again, which will probably last maybe another day because that game's really short. And then
It's the shortest Zelda game.
yeah, well,
Easily.
easily by far, but it's one of my more favorites. And then I also went on a brief spurt of looking up supposedly haunted locales, like haunted roads and haunted places in like Ohio
This is
around here.
I did
And
that
I was like-
recently too.
I got like
Oh,
really,
yeah, dude,
I
there's
got
some
like
cool
really
websites
into it.
for it. It's like what is it, like Ohio Explorers or some
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
Haunted Ohio, that's what it's called.
Haunted Ohio. And,
Yeah,
I started
yeah.
looking into that, and like
I should know sometime.
it wasn't just Ohio too. I looked up like Clinton Road in New Jersey, which I want to drive down. Kind of, it's supposedly the most haunted road
Yep, I've
in the
heard that.
world. And I want to kind of want to drive
You can always
down.
have AJ take you on a tour through Zombieland.
How can
Oh yeah,
Wait a
yeah.
minute,
Zombieland's
I
great.
love how there's places in the world that are like the most haunted road in America. It's like, how do we measure that? Like, do people just walk around like?
Oh yeah, you
Like,
just
no,
see the
no,
Ghost
no,
Adventures
no,
guys
dude,
walk
dude,
We've
they
around.
just walk
discovered
around-
0.5%.
Dude, do they just like walk around with a notepad and a calculator? Like they're just looking around, and then one dude's like keeping track. Like the wind's
one
blowing.
goes.
The wind's blowing at exactly 45 degrees different than what it would normally be, and this spot is exactly 2 degrees cooler than every other spot when they're standing in the shade. And then the one guy's just keeping
You
notes.
get
And
out
he's
one
like,
of those E85 spirit boxes.
Yay!
they just walk down.
Dangerous
They just
guys.
walk down the whole thing. They just walk down the whole thing, and they like the one guy with the notepad's just all like, "This would be the most haunted road in America, but there's only 5 dead bodies hanging from the tree when there should be 7." It's like, so it's just barely.
Satanic rituals, 50% less likely on this road.
To make it the most haunted road.
Like there's this one place I've heard a lot of people talk about that was near where we all went to school, and like
Is it
you had,
Zombieland?
you had to like light like a torch in the middle of like the woods.
Yeah, that's
And then-
Zombieland. That's
yeah.
Zombieland. You wouldn't be able to make it back to your car. Apparently, is what it's like. Supposedly, really deep in the woods is just a natural gas vent, and if you light it, you apparently
Yeah,
the rumors.
it has a leak on it, and you run over there and you fucking light this like, or I don't know if it's a leak or a release valve. I've never seen it,
It's
but
been
it's
gone
like
for
really
like.
far back in the woods.
decades.
Wolf has given me a whole rundown. That's like his favorite spot, Youngstown.
Oh yeah, we should talk about all of
But-
Zombieland again later. But
We'll
like,
talk about that on like
We can go over that more in depth later because I got a ton. That's an AJ episode because
Yeah,
me and him
definitely.
we need to say that for near Halloween.
there's a lot of things we're gonna have to. How many things have we mentioned that we have to save for later? Overwatch, Con
Zombieland.
Stories, and Zombieland. Don't worry, we'll cover those all for sure. But Zombieland,
Also,
brief overview is just it's like a wooded area near where we live, and it's just supposedly there's a whole bunch of stories about it that are haunted, and that's all there is to it. But
it's very simple, but it's a really creepy area. It's very foggy and stuff. It's down like in a valley. There's all these hills you have to drive through and stuff.
All right, so Brian, what have you been recently getting into?
But
What have you
What?
recently gotten into?
yeah,
yeah. Okay, so been playing a lot of Overwatch. Like me and Devin have been. Oh my god! Like
Can't go
so
too in depth with that right now, though.
no.
what?
Can't go too in depth with that, though. That's
Yeah, yeah. But that and then I don't know. Not a whole lot. Just got back from the con, so I'm just sort of recuperating and everything.
That's exactly what it feels like.
I'll tell you what, yeah, man, the post-con depression is a real thing.
Post sneak con.
Post-con depression really is a real thing. Excuse me.
It's just because like there's so much culture shock when you go that like when you come back, it's just like this is boring.
Yeah.
But dude, oh god, I can't wait to tell everyone about SneakCon 2016. That's what I'm calling it now.
Sneak con.
It's SneakyCon, dude.
It wasn't
Tired
sneaky,
con.
dude.
It was tired con.
It was a tired.
It was definitely tired.
No, dude,
con.
for Kayla, for me and Kayla, it was SneakyCon.
Dude, I don't know. OhioCon was Sneak Con.
No. Well,
QB Sneak.
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we're gonna confuse people by talking about that.
all right,
but-
You're confusing me.
I'm sorry, Cody.
All right, Cody.
Just ignore
What
that.
are you
past
getting in? What have you
conversation.
gotten into recently?
I've been playing a lot of Pokemon recently.
Lots of Pokemon. Which
Lots
Pokemon?
of Pokemon.
Which version?
I beat Y not too long ago, and I'm playing through Alpha Sapphire right
Oh.
now.
You have Y?
Yeah, I have Y.
Dude, could you help me out? Cause I wanted to play through X, but I wanted to use a Pokemon that's exclusive to Y. So when I
suppose I will help
oh
you.
my god, it's not that hard. It's just a trade. I'm looking for a Skrelp. I want to use a Skrelp.
Skrelp.
That
I
doesn't
over-
sound like a real
I haven't played
Pokemon.
Pokemon since like
It's Poison
Diamond
Dragon
and Pearl,
type.
so I
Dude,
don't
that's
know
super.
what that
It's
is.
actually really
That's
cool.
not
I
a
don't
real.
know what
That's
they're doing.
Dude, that's not a real Pokemon. That doesn't
Skrelp is
sound
real.
Like a
I
real
will post a picture of
Oh my
Skrelp
God.
on the Twitter.
That does
Who's
not.
Skrelp? Who is it?
Skrelp it starts as poison water, but then it evolves into.
Oh, okay, I know which one you're
yeah.
talking about.
Dude, that sounds like a shitty
Poison-
Pokemon
Terrible
fan character, like a
Pokemon.
shitty fan-made Pokemon.
It's real.
Dude, I'm gonna give you my Skrelp, and it's like some little kid who like doesn't understand how creation works. Like I draw shit, and I used to be like into that whole create my own character sort of thing, and I still have like all my autistic drawings from when I was little.
Oh boy.
I can post them on the
Oh,
Twitter so everyone
God.
can laugh at me.
No, don't do that. Don't subject
Yeah,
yourself to
no, I
that.
want this to develop into OC posting.
Dude, OC posting was, dude. I have a fucking DeviantArt page. And
I mean,
that's
we're already
incredible.
we're posting original recipes, so. Nah, don't subject yourself to that, Dave.
I have over 35 different sandwich recipes. All of them go sandwiches, so I can post most of those up.
Hell yeah. if there's a demand for it. Post the Korean
I'll
sandwich.
put the
first.
Crete sandwich. That's my favorite one.
All right. So any more closing remarks?
Making pizza sandwiches is incredible. Salami, not salami. Well, salami, bacon, mozzarella, and pepperoni.
Make sure to eat your vegetables.
Yes.
I'm making tacos tonight. That's gonna be awesome.
Dude, I'm eating
Taco.
chicken and dumplings tonight.
Make
Oh,
sure to
tacos.
make sure to always brush your teeth.
Do not mix drinks when you are drinking.
Yeah.
That's definitely a thing you should do.
Unless you want to get white girl wasted, but we'll see.
Oh God, I haven't heard White Girl Wasted.
I'm so white girl wasted.
That turned
We
bad
should have a
out,
white
I
girl
think.
wasted episode.
It really
Oh,
is.
no.
Me, Cody, and with me, Cody,
A
and Clay.
drunk podcast episode.
Me, Cody, and
Oh,
Clay.
please.
Me, Cody, and Clay.
Drunk podcast.
I am 100% down for that. That sounds amazing.
That sounds like so much fun.
Get drunk, Brian. Drunk Brian is completely different from regular Brian.
Drunk Dave's hot.
I-
Drunk Dave's stupid.
I've never really seen
I'm just giggly, dude. I get
giggly too.
really giggly.
I think everything I say is funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so with all that being said,
Brush your teeth.
Fuck out of here, dude.
get the fuck out.
Eat your vegetables.
Alright, so with all that with that in closing, I'm Dave.
I've been Joey. I'm gonna stop being
Brian.
Joey after this.
And I'm Cody.
And we thank you for listening to our first episode of our podcast. And yes, please enjoy, share, and follow us on Twitter or something.
Oh yeah, drop
Yeah,
the
what's the
Twitter
Twitter?
again.
We'll post.
Grilly, or Talk Grilly to me. So that's Talk Grilly to me.
And to any of
All
you
one word.
lazy
I don't
Yeah, we
know
can
if
put
that's
that.
right.
And to any of you lazy bums who do not want to type that in because you're lazy and you have the attention span of a fish, we're gonna put that in the description below and right here on the video right now. Look, you can see it right here, right there, and right there, and right there, and right there. There's 4 of them. All of them.
Why do you need 4 of them?
Because
Wow.
someone's gonna choose between them. Let's see which
I'm
one.
down
it
for it.
is. 4.
Fine.
4.
Fine.
I'd be fine with 2.
Fine.
Well, I'm not fine with 2. I'm fine with 4.
Alright, Dave, you can't.
Okay, everyone. Bye.